Welcome back to another review, this time for the anime Detectives These Days Are Crazy, which had 12 episodes and was airing in summer of 2025. Synopsis from any list. Nagumo Keiichiro was a genius high school detective. No case was complex enough for him. But what happens to genius detectives when they get older? Now 35, with bad hips, running a failing detective agency with no cases to solve and struggling to pay the rent. He's at a dead end. In comes a high school girl in his office who says she wants to work with him. With her help, will the out-of-touch, old-fashioned Nagumo get back the fire of his youth? Now this is a purely comedy show. It is a lot of comedy. Some of it is over the top, a lot of dialogue comedy, visual comedy, some gag comedy. If you expect like detective work, solving mysteries, finding killers and stuff, we don't have that here. It's mostly comedy. We have our old guy Nagumo, who is 35, and one of the parts is that he's like an old grandpa. He doesn't know anything about youth. He doesn't know about smartphones, as example. He is not really quote-unquote hip with the kids. And in comes the high school girl Mashiro, who is the blue-haired girl. And she is very athletic, very strong, very fast, but she's not very smart. And, they form a little duo and solve cases. Mostly the cases are mostly like background story to have the comedic stuff happening inside. Now every episode is structured in a way that we have like 2 to 3 little short stories to fill the episode, which means we don't really linger too long. We always have like a crisp, fast, point to the comedy, and then we go into the next little segment of the episode, which is very enjoyable. I did enjoy my time quite a bit with the show. We have a lot of different characters. We have Nagumo, our old man. We have Mashiro, who's a young high school girl. We have this guy down here, who is more or less a genius high school detective. What Nagumo was before, until he got old, which 35 is not that old, but you know. We also have some other characters. We have the blonde girl. We have the two people down here. We have some, we have a character who we have our main duo. We have like a rival detective. We have like a crazy inventor to invent items that we can use for like gags and comedy. We have like a somewhat cold, dry character, who's not necessarily over the top. So we do have some balance here. We have some really crazy characters, more or less side characters or characters that are the point of the episodes. And they do quite a good job of, mixing it up, switching it up. It's not always the same. We have some really interesting comedic approaches. We have some visuals, some in writing. I enjoyed my time. Now, comedy is very subjective, so buyer beware, in quotation, as people would say. I did like, one of my favorites was we had this little episode where we go into an old villa. There's this like a meeting with an old family. There's only one bridge leading to the villa, and the bridge is burning down. We can't go back. And the typical setup of a mystery, horror, thriller, detective episode. Who's the killer? Who got killed? And the way they took it, I quite enjoyed it. Now, there's not much I can really show, but, I want to showcase at least a little bit in these reviews, so you get a little bit of a view into the show. So I just picked out a little gag out of at random. So here you go.
テレホンカード何これ
なんだお前、テレカも知らないのか？
そんなわけないじゃん。むしろヘビーユーザーだし。
じゃあそれやるから使ってみ。
もしもし何撮ってんのひどくない
And that was it. I don't know why this one tickled me so much, but I liked this gag quite a bit, especially because this one the shoe is on the other foot, because at the beginning Nagumo is the one that doesn't have any clue, and this one Mashiro is on the one that has no clue about, you know, the old stuff. So rating wise, again, comedy, very subjective. We have any list at 69%, nice. My anime list at 7.34. And I would say it is a weak 8 out of 10. I could see a strong 7 out of 10. But for me, it was enjoyable enough. Is it going to change your world? No. Are you going to remember this a couple years in the future? No. Just turn off your brain, enjoy the episode, go about your day.